Isaiah Oliver. Shout out to my man Jake. Good old Jake. He called this when we were hanging out having a beer. Um, Dude's fun, and the 49ers liked him back in the day. Colorado guy, right? He was drafted way back in 2018. And the Niners met with him back then. He's out of Colorado, same place that Keller Witherspoon. They were, teammates. 6 foot 201. And kind of my summary on him. Again, I'm going to be doing an extra breakdown on him. I've done some film work on him. You can see him here in the nickel press on the outside here on their number 2. Scream off the edge and go get him. You know what I mean? Like he's only got 2 sacks in his career. Okay. So like, this isn't something that we're going to expect a lot, but the Niners do a shark blitz. We'll see what Steve Wilkes does, but he does like to bring his slot guys too. But I think the thing that you take away from this isn't necessarily that, hey, he's going to, be getting a lot of sacks. It's the aggressiveness at the point of attack and the physicality that he brings from a corner position. Whenever I did my draft write-up on him in 2018 coming out of Colorado, it was like, man, he can tackle, but he didn't seem to like it. I don't know. His attitude and demeanor does seem to have changed drastically in his 5 years playing in the NFL, which you love to see. But, man, listen to his wingspan. 80-inch wingspan, 96th percentile of corners. Arms, 33.5-inch arm, 96% of corners. And a 4.540, which is great for a nickel. Now he's 26. He was drafted number 58th overall in 2018 to the Falcons. Played there for 5 years. 62 games, showed up. He's 26 years old. 38 starts. Now, this is where I get a little, not upset, but starts don't really work with nickels, because what determines if you're starters is if you're out there on the first defensive player of the game, which a lot of times you're not, because that's determined by the personnel. Again, if a team comes out in 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, you're not going to have your slot guy out there. Think about Jimmy Ward last year. Think about K'Wan Williams the year before. So 62 games played, but the 38 starts, that's a little bit of a misnomer. So don't get caught up on that. Now, he played his first 2.5 years as an outside corner. Versatility. He came into the league as an outside corner, was all right. Kind of got passed on the depth chart. And one of the things that he's best at is playing against the run. And so moving him to the nickel and into the box, you're fine with. He was the 6th highest rated corner from Pro Football Focus against the run. He loves to tackle. He's pretty damn good. He had 153 solo tackles in his career. Like, he gets up, 7 tackle for losses. Like, he will get up there. 3 forced fumbles. But he switched 2.5 years ago to nickel. And I think it's probably a better spot for him, especially in today's NFL. That's really, really difficult. Now, he's had 2 injuries, 1 major one. He tore his ACL 2 years ago. Okay. And it took him the first 5 games. He missed the first 5 games of 2021. We're talking about Isaiah Oliver, the new nickel corner for the 49ers. And, whenever he came in, he missed the 49ers were his first game, and he picked off Jimmy Garoppolo. We lost that game against the Falcons. We were there. Nick was there. We were sitting next to each other. Had a good time. He played 426 snaps last year. To put that into perspective, Jimmy Ward played 689. So that kind of fits. He missed the first 5 games, played the rest. He had an ankle injury his freshman or his rookie year, missed 2 games. That's about it. He's been very healthy. Now, his best year in coverage was this year. So you're talking about somebody that's an ascending player. No touchdowns allowed all year, 5 pass breakups, 72.4 NFL passer rating when targeted, which is really, really good. So I like this kid. It's funny. One of my favorite things to do with the draft book is, one, just, again, like I said, bringing life to these players and kind of helping differentiate all these different positions and whatever else. You do 290 plus of them. It kind of gets bottlenecked, right? But because we've been doing these draft write-ups for so long, I went back and I found my draft write-up of Oliver back in 2018. This was before 1 snap in the NFL, before the draft. I said, this is what and I was wrong on some of these things. Here we go. This was his film in Colorado. I said, long coveted body type of an outside corner. Now, he was one of the guys that was listed at like 6'3", came in at 6 foot. But whatever. He's at his best in press man. He's not good at off coverage, which is interesting. A big reason why he got moved to nickel. That's why. Nickel plays a lot more man-to-man, a lot more, even in the 49ers scheme. He'll have to improve his footwork. If not, he's just going to have to play press man and nothing else. Outside of that, he likes to tackle, but not consistently. I feel like he upgraded that in his film and since he got to the NFL big time. I really, really like that. Closes on the ball very, very well. Always in phase, does best except for when he's in off coverage. I think that's important. And my player comparison was Kyle Fuller with worse feet. So there we go. And for those keeping track at home, all Colorado honors as a freshman at the University of Colorado. It's a big deal for these 49ers. They love, absolutely love guys with high academic prowess, and this kid has it as well. So Shot J, thank you so much, man. He says, like, subscribe, Patreon. Oh, Shot J got the guitar out in the new avatar. I love it, man. Kenneth, always good to see you, man. I love the community. This is awesome. This is awesome. Everybody's talking and having their own thing. I love it. I love it. So I really do like Isaiah Oliver. He fits, I've said this over and over and over again. The 49ers like defensive backs that are 6 foot, 200 pounds. That's their type. Oliver, 6 foot, 201 pounds. Like, they have a type and they go after that type. And that's what Oliver is. I do think that he will probably be the starter. I think Samuel Womack will have to compete for one of those spots. But now you have 4 solid corners. You have 4 solid corners. If you want to throw in Ambry Thomas, that's 5. That's cool. And you've got some guys in the wings. I cannot say enough about Quantrez Knight. I'm very excited. I think that he's going to be on the active roster. I think him currently, Quantrez Knight and Ambry Thomas going to be fighting for that last spot, that 5th corner spot. So we'll see there.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.